What's going on there, folks? Earthmaster here. It is December 23rd, 2018, 9:34 p.m. on the eve of Christmas Eve. And man, I can't believe it's already Christmas time. It's the year's gone by pretty quick, unfortunately, and we got the new year right around the corner. 2019 coming up here very soon. Just pretty crazy the amount of time that's gone by so quickly. Krakatau volcano is the volcano out there around the Indonesia Islands region that has created a lot of havoc out there with its last eruption there, creating a tsunami which has killed, according to CNN.com, at least 281 people. Hundreds more are injured, and more than 24 remain missing. Unfortunately, this is like a worst case scenario for those folks there. And they were not prepared for that at all. According to local media, the wave reached as high as 3 meters when it reached shore, which is 10 feet. And the volcano itself continues to erupt. Right now, its stage, this state status report from Krakatau volcano is major eruption status, which is 5 out of 5. There's quite a bit of eruption history with the volcano itself there. You can see the dates there below the volcano report. Shows that this thing is a very active volcano. It's out there producing new land out there in the ocean, and that is what it does. That's part of its cycle. That's what its job is here on planet Earth, right? Unfortunately, us humans out there, I wish there was a better way to prepare ourselves, or the folks that were out there. I wish they would have, possibly maybe had been warned. I don't know exactly how long it took the tsunami to reach inland there, but it couldn't have been too long. But it's an unfortunate event nonetheless there. So pretty sad. Pretty sad. Yeah, sad news coming out of there. But anyway, folks, I just wanted to share with you guys this little information, this article here from Volcano Discovery, and a little bit of information about it. Looks like it was a southwest flank that collapsed into the ocean and created that tsunami out there. And of course, hot lava, all that good stuff was not the best scenario out there for those folks. So I'll keep an eye on this. I will be watching this pretty often. So my earthquake bells go off. I still have those on there from the live stream, but I will mute those right now. That way I can get this video uploaded and completed. But so it's unfortunate out there, folks, for those guys, and we'll just have to see what goes on there. A lot of earthquake activity to talk about right now. The seismographs look pretty quiet. The earthquake 3D globe is fairly active with activity around the globe. Latest earthquake, which those earthquake bells sent off, was a 4.0 earthquake. And that's kind of, let's see where that earthquake's at exactly. We're looking at an area out there around the Iran-Iraq border, to be exact, for that 4.0 earthquake. So a lot of earthquake activity out there through the Middle East. A lot of those rings are reddish color, indicating some older earthquake activity. About ready to drop off the 24-hour window there. Did have a 5.6 earthquake out there. Pretty, I guess that's moderate, not super large, but some activity nonetheless out there in China. Region of China out there. I'm not going to pronounce the name, but that's where that earthquake took place. And Pacific Ring of Fire. Look at that. Check out those deep earthquakes right there, folks. You guys see those two rings raised off the globe right here? Those are pretty deep earthquakes, and those are off, kind of off to the side, off of the Pacific Ring of Fire, which is kind of strange. Kind of, I can't say it's never happened, but it's definitely abnormal. So keep an eye on that. In the meantime, some shallow, larger magnitude earthquakes happening around the Fiji Islands region there with the 6.4 and a couple of 5s there as well. You can see those rings raised up, or lowered, I should say, close to the earth, indicating shallow earthquakes. But 6.4 there, pretty large earthquake there at the surface of the Fiji Islands region there. West coast of the United States, and the United States in general looked pretty quiet. 4.4 occurring off of Mexico, and some Chile, some earthquake happening down there in Chile region there as well. Nothing major, but some 4s and upper 4s there, and 5.1 also occurring in the South America region. But for now, looking at this globe here, just the majority of this earthquake activity happening, well, along the Pacific Plate. And it's interesting to note, folks, that the shallow earthquakes are normally right around where we see the deeper earthquakes, right around Fiji. And these super deep earthquakes right here are normally where we see shallow, larger earthquakes. So, I'm not for sure exactly what's going on there. I know those are pretty deep, 417 kilometers and almost 600 kilometers there for that 4.2 out there around the Indonesia Islands region. So something's going on with the Pacific Plate and at various depths as well. So whenever we see stuff like this, folks, some abnormal activity, it's always good to, keep your eyes open, keep your ears open. We may be seeing some earthquakes out here where we normally don't see them. There was a 2.8 earthquake out there along the East Coast region. I guess kind of towards the East Coast region. We have seen some activity out there around Tennessee Valley region within the past couple weeks. And this one is no stranger, a 2.8 out there around Von Noor, Tennessee, at a depth of about 19 kilometers. So activity continues. Like I mentioned before, on the west coast here, pretty quiet. There is some 3s going on out there around the San Andreas fault system, and just off of hold on one second here, let me see if I can't bring this up here again. Down here in kind of southern central California region, out there around, what's that town called? Orcutt, California. 3.3 occurring there just south of Santa Maria area. So yeah, some minor activity occurring out there on the west coast. Nothing major at the moment. Yellowstone National Park, little bit of activity popped up today. You can see those little spikes, those little sharp little spikes on the graph right there, right? Let me zoom in a little bit more so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Those are earthquakes there. Nothing big, a couple 2s. I don't see any 3s in there, but there was a little period of swarminess, I guess, if I can say that word, swarminess, occurring at Yellowstone National Park. But in the meantime, it has calmed down, mellowed out a little bit within the past few hours. So we'll keep an eye on it. Yellowstone's famous for popping off spontaneous swarms, if you will, earthquake swarms. So for now, pretty quiet. So anyway, folks, hope everyone out there has a great Christmas Eve, Christmas, holiday season, whatever you celebrate out there, folks. Just do it safe, do it wise, and have a good time. Appreciate life. Life is way too short for drama. Life is way too short to put up with drama. So nobody out there has to put up with drama, and that includes me. So it's it's a good day. Today's a really good day for me. You know, I made kind of a good decision here in my life to move on and make some changes. And I'll probably go through some of that stuff a little bit later and, inform some people. But for now, we'll call it a night and have a great day out there. I will do an update video tomorrow, which is Christmas Eve. And we'll go from there. Unless something happens tonight. You just never know. So play safe out there, folks. Have a good night. Yeah. Peace out.